The day they've been practicing for, drilling for, has become a reality.
There was no way to have any kind of compromise that could have stopped what was about to happen.
The commitment they made in the beginning, they were willing to pay, and that's pretty outstanding.
The day came, and they took their guns and they met them face to face.
They had to be the bravest women who ever lived.
In the year 1860, plantations from Texas to Virginia fuel the wealth of the South. High-value crops like tobacco and sugar are widely grown. But in idyllic towns like LaGrange in Troup County, Georgia, cotton is king.
Troup County was one of those places that was sort of like the romanticized Hollywood version of the Old South, because it was an extremely wealthy place. By 1860, we had the fourth wealthiest county and the fifth largest slaveholding county in the state of Georgia.
Slavery drives the agricultural success of the South, while the industrialized North remains staunchly opposed. This results in a country sharply divided.
Most of the people in LaGrange were opposed to secession. In fact, the delegates from here to the secession convention only voted for it at the last minute because they realized that it was going to pass and they didn't want to give Troup County a stigma within the new nation.
Both sides were so committed to what they felt was right that there was no way to have any kind of compromise that could have stopped what was about to happen.
On April 12, 1861, Confederate forces attack Union-held Fort Sumter in South Carolina, and the Civil War begins.
The call-up for troops came, and Company D and Company B of the 4th Georgia came out of Troup County. And by the end of the year, you had well over 1,000 men that had come out of this area, and it continues to draw it.
The men leave Troup County to fight in staggering numbers, while the women who remain at home face a different conflict.
It's just that feeling of being defenseless. You know, most of the able-bodied men that they knew in town had gone. Being on a railroad, they are more susceptible to attack than a small town otherwise would tend to make them feel they could be a target.
There were renegades in these towns that were coming through, and they were taking advantage of not having much law enforcement. They were taking advantage of people that were out from the cities and this type of thing, so there was a reason to fear.
I think it slowly starts dawning on people like Nancy Hill Morgan that maybe we can protect ourselves. Nancy Hill Morgan is a mother, she's a wife, her husband is a major in the Confederate Army, and she is college educated, a member of the Methodist Church, and so she's a respected member of the community. Nancy Hill Morgan has this idea, and she invites her friends over for tea and tea cakes and presents the idea.
Everyone has noticed, and no one has yet voiced concern, that we are absolutely defenseless without our LaGrange Light Guard. All our men are away on the war front.
Lila Pullen was one of our younger members. She was a LaGrange College graduate and a member of the Methodist Church.
Willing to lay down their lives to protect their beloved families and homes. Who? Nancy Morgan. And you. And Mary. And that's just the start.
Mary Alford Hurd was another LaGrange College graduate, a member of the Methodist Church. I suspect they were sort of shocked at first, and I also wonder if they really believed her.
Are you proposing that we take up arms?
I think Nancy Hill Morgan was probably the good saleswoman and convinced them that, hey, we can do this.
Shall we see how many others will join us in this new home guard?